If you knew that every time you got angry, that every time you wanted to go off the deep end, that every time someone said something to you that was egregious and you felt those bodily sensations, that every single time it can contribute to the silent killers like hypertension and heart disease, especially if it's not caught early. High blood sugar. All of this happens when these hormones flood the body. So if you knew, what would you do differently? I'm Shantae, and welcome to Healing in Place. And this is something that I can talk about because I've been in these systems, and I understand now how it affects my body. And what I want to drive home is that you have to protect you. You have to protect your well-being. That means that we have to know how to anchor ourselves. We have to know that when we do get into that heightened state, we have to know to bring ourselves back down. American Heart Association reports that half of the Black women in the United States have some form of heart disease. 58.4% of Black women have hypertension, a lot of it undiagnosed. Stroke prevalence is 5.4% in Black women as opposed to 2.9% in white women. If we study the work of Arlene T. Geronimus and some of the work of Dr. Gabor Mate, which talks about weathering, their work talks about chronic stress and discrimination and what it does over time to Black women, how we chronologically age faster than our white counterparts due to chronic stress and discrimination, socioeconomic disparities. All of these things over time lead to dis-ease in the body. Her work likens it to a Jenga tower. So at the tower, as you pull the pieces from the bottom of the tower collapses. That will be our health collapsing one piece at a time. And these outside forces or factors we don't have any control of. We cannot control racism. We cannot control discrimination. We cannot control what someone says that may be egregious. Every single time that we have to self-silence in a workplace that may be hostile, we can remove ourselves from the situations, which oftentimes it's a choice between my feeding my family and dealing with my mental health. We have to work, so we are subject to these situations until we're able to get out. But every single stressful situation, it is like death by 1,000 cuts. So it eats at our bodies one cut at a time. You can control your responses if you knew that there was options and tools available to at least, number one, be aware of what is happening. Now that we know the numbers and the statistics, what can we do about it? What are the solutions? One solution is practicing intentional breath work. That is the fastest way to calm down your nervous system in the moment. Your hostile, toxic workplace could be similar to being attacked by a dog. And I just want to use dog because Black women had dogs sicked on them during the freedom marches of the 60s. So I want to use that analogy. If a dog started to chase you, what would happen? Your body is going to release the stress hormones, cortisol, adrenaline. And those will get your heart rate up. They'll increase your blood sugar because you don't feel safe. So your body sends signals to escape. Once the dog is gone, you come back to normal, your body comes back to rest and digest states. If you're in a hostile work environment and you get an egregious email, those same hormones that flooded your system when that dog was chasing you is the same hormones that happens when you get an aggressive email. If you don't believe me, next time you get an aggressive email or a manager is hostile with you, notice what's happening in your body. Your heart may be palpitating, your palms may be sweaty, blood pressure is rising. those same hormones, that cortisol, the epinephrine, which is the same as adrenaline, is flooding the system. But now it's the person on the other side of the email. The way you saw the dog as a threat is the same way you see this person. And when you're in a hostile job or a toxic work environment, you see that person every day. You may not see that dog every day, but you're going to see the person who may have harassed you or emailed you or bullied you or tried to infantilize you. You're going to see that person, and then you're going to have those same responses every time you get an email. Every time you may feel a pang in your chest. But all of this does not go unrecognized. The body keeps the score. And over a prolonged period of time of being in these situations, it plays a detrimental effect on your body. Or do certain healing modalities in the moment, would you do them? Because ultimately, they will save your life.